Our normal life is in danger. We are not having good communication. Our job is in danger. Nobody can live like normal people in Iran.
In the wake of large-scale protests rocking Iran since September, the government has cracked down on the internet.
We are using Telegram. We use proxies mostly. That's the only app that actually works. Other things, they don't work. I mean, like, she doesn't have Instagram. We can't use direct messages. We can't use WhatsApp. Not at all.
And now protesters are turning en masse to VPNs to bypass restrictions and keep channels open to each other and the outside world.
Every minute you wanna use internet, you must have that. At least 13 VPNs are active in my phone. And everyone's phone is like that, you know what I mean?
I think about I have 8 VPN and I delete a lot of them because they blocked or don't work recently.
I've lost count, maybe 10.
A VPN, or virtual private network, is essentially a software that lets you conceal your IP address. This is your unique identifier on the internet, and it tells websites where your connection is originating from. Connecting to the internet with a VPN will create an encrypted tunnel between you and a remote server, replacing your IP address in the process. And what that means is that to an internet censor trying to block traffic from a particular country, your traffic will look like it's coming from somewhere else in the world. But still, using a VPN in Iran is more complicated than other places because of how highly centralized the internet is in the country.
The state owns or part owns most of the ISPs and can force them to shut down the internet. What we saw during the biggest shutdowns during the protests is that in various different ways the big ISPs blocked international traffic. Very little internet traffic was escaping Iranian borders. They were blocking the international gateways.
Blocking international gateways means government censors can more effectively block VPN traffic. More effectively, but not completely.
The internet, by its very nature, is messy. There isn't a single internet kill switch in Iran. It's a patchwork. And where there's a patchwork, there are little gaps. So if a VPN service is constantly changing up the domains that it uses for the authentication of its apps, if it's constantly spinning up new servers, then connections will get through. It will be patchy, it will be unreliable, it will be difficult, but they will still function to an extent.
This is why Iranians will often have a multitude of VPNs on their devices, hopping between them as and when they get shut down.
I use them for a week or two and then they get disabled and I have to download another one. So it's a bit tricky downloading VPNs, and in order to download one, you should have another VPN to download another VPN. It's really hard.
The Iranian government has a number of tactics that it likes to use to block VPNs. It's been investing in expensive and powerful filtering technology that can identify VPN traffic and block it, even if it can't decrypt it. They've also been blocking IP addresses and the domains that are operated by VPN providers, which makes it difficult for them to function.
Iran's security forces have violently cracked down on the unrest that spread nationwide after the death of Mahsa Amini in custody of the country's morality police. The government now plans to criminalise the sale of VPNs, with jail terms for offenders.
We don't want a complex thing, you know? We want to have a choice. We want to speak up for ourselves. We want a life, a simple life that everyone should have, you know?